recording. Yeah, beautiful theme song. All right, last time you're gonna hear it.
Honestly, the funny thing about it is the last time we are gonna hear it. Hopefully, because I'm putting you still back on the spot. By episode 30, which is next episode.
Don't worry, dude.
You got to have a new cut for us.
Yeah, no problem.
Like me. There it goes.
We can mess with it a little.
Not a problem.
Don't put it any closer to my face. It's fine.
Well, here we are at episode 29. We got Stephanie and William in today. Stephanie, our first repeat guest.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
don't know what episode she was on. The other one, I guess I should have looked
I think it was like number 3.
No, it was 10, like 11, 10-11-ish.
Yeah.
I don't remember so good.
It was like 12 or 13.
11.
Thank you. We can get that, but we can't get a theme song.
True. Like, where you at, John?
Come on, John.
I'm sorry, guys.
All right. But a quick run through. As we are starting to develop our own page to take over for Amped Up Live and running the graphic here for our show every week. We had an idea to kind of sell it as ad space to bands and venues. So if you're thinking you got a show coming up or you got a great flyer or something coming up, instead of boosting your posts and seemingly just getting 8 more people on your fucking Facebook algorithm to see your show and you pay for it, you can give us $5 an episode to run your flyer. And also, you can take clips off of our YouTube when we post it and make your own clips of it and post it for your stuff. Because I'll even intro the flyer. As going into this week, you give me the flyer. And we even talked to if they want to do a whole month. If you want to lead up to the month of the show, we'll do for $15 instead of charging you $5 every time.
4 spots for 15.
Yeah, four
Buy
spots
3, get 1 free. However you want to see that.
Yeah, that's fair enough, right? So use that. You can use us as promotion. For one, we'll post it on the Facebook page. And 2, we'll put it in this upcoming spot for the graphic that's normally there. So pause for that shit. And as we come back from that graphic, that could have been you. That could have been your fucking flyer there or your upcoming event.
Or your business.
Or your business. Or
if you feel like sponsoring our show,
or your
there's
bar,
opportunities.
Yeah,
there.
or your bar or whatever. We're in talks with a few bars to get in with our other show that we're trying to do. And that's coming soon. So I hope you guys all will like that as we get towards it. But yeah, sell ad space with us for a cheap $5 amount and we'll help promote your stuff. Like I said, we'll put it out on the podcast as we lead into it, and you can use it, any of the clips from our YouTube page, and we'll even talk about it too as we lead into it. So
for sure.
And that parlays into us trying to get with. So if there's anybody that owns venues or has a place where live music goes on, I'm going to try to get with all those venue owners. He's got a list for me. We're going to try to take over that Amped Up Live space. That is in the works. We're not going to give up.
It was such a cool resource. They would basically every day tell you what shows are going on and where.
Right.
And that was just awesome.
And they'd give you a week's notice. Like as we all get older, we all got kids. And if there's something coming up, we all figured, like we all say, shows come and go in this town and you didn't even know they were fucking here.
Right. Yeah. It's like, oh, shit.
Yep. Oh, shit, they were here last night or they're here tonight.
At 5 o'clock, I have to cook dinner.
How did I miss that?
I'm literally in the middle of cooking.
That has always, to me, been a huge problem. So what I'm going to do, all of you, every bar owner, all of you that have venues and play live music, I'm going to try to get with you soon. And I would love for you guys to get us that info because we can post that for you. And we're not asking for any money for it. We just want you to give us the info so we can blast it on the Facebook page. We can put up the flyer and we can put it on the podcast that we do every week. We don't care whatever venue you are. If you got live music going on along with Muse here, I mean, I don't care if it's non-alcohol, it's alcohol, bar, whatever the hell you got. We'll post the shit. And we will even try to do, we're also going to start locally. Amped Up Live was doing, they had Hutchinson and shit.
They were doing like Hutch, McPherson, Salina.
And I'd love to get there as soon as we can, but like anybody.
That's still all technically.
It's in the area, right? It's like, it's not far.
I don't care if you're in fucking Oklahoma. If you sent me your event calendar and you have a venue, copy and fucking paste.
It's still
like
Kansas.
How hard is that?
Kansas' biggest book, but still,
So like I said, if you're hearing this or you work at any of these venues and you would like to pass that word along to the venue owners to help me out, because I'm going to try to be getting with everybody as soon as I can. So we're going to try to be like the promotional hub and help you guys out for little to nothing.
And I would say also,
Yeah.
while we're shouting out to venues and bands like that for promotion, I'm trying to find some way to get our shows here at Muse, like our all ages shows, out to kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I've been finding out is that my crowd is a lot of bar crowd, right? Like I play in bars, have for 30 years. The people I know, that's that scene,
and
right?
my church crowd's just not supporting it. You know? The church community I bring is just not helping. Like he's saying, he's 100% right. I mean,
yeah, like my friends and my family, my connections, I guess, they've come out. They want to see what I'm doing, and they all think it's really cool, but it's not really where they want to be. You know what I'm saying? They would like to have a drink, and they'd like to do that thing,
Right.
and I do understand that, but I think I've realized that I'm not making that environment for them. There's plenty of spaces for them.
Right.
The all age crowd, the sober community crowd, there's not a lot of places for them, and that's why I built the space. To be
the
honest,
kids crowd.
you know, like
Kids and
my friends are really cool, and I love them to death, and I'm glad that they're coming out and checking out what I'm doing. But I didn't really build it for them, so to speak.
And we're already supporting that crowd. We have those people on our show.
Yeah.
We support their flyers. We're doing that already.
I do
We're
2
doing that
other
already.
open mics a week in Barleycorns and Shamrock.
So basically what he's saying,
Yes.
he's 100% right. We need your help. I'm going to try to get I got some flyers.
It just needs to be a further reach. Yeah.
How can I get that out there? Because I'm not in that community. Just straight up,
Bring
like
some into
this
Pigs.
Yeah,
Bring
I got
some
outreach. You know,
flyers.
like,
I got some. I'll give you some of
Yeah.
them.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah,
We
boom,
to
boom.
the toy store.
We'll
Bring it
for
into
sure.
the toy store.
You don't-
like,
Yeah.
oh, you have talent? Here.
100%. Like we'll give you a couple
we'll
flyers
talk
and
to
some
them
handbills.
about it. You
So-
know what I
to
mean?
help out.
Like,
So a couple times I've been feeling like that creepy guy, like, hey, kid, high schooler,
Yeah.
I have these flyers.
Bring it.
You know,
do they do that in high schools now? Like
Yeah.
straight up.
Well,
That's
I have been given
I
I have
don't
been given
like
the green
it.
light by the assistant principal at Southeast
That
to
shit.
bring in these flyers, and they're going to put them in the band rooms and the orchestra rooms and the marching band rooms. So we're trying to so if anybody else has any ideas or is involved or is a counselor for kids or is involved with stuff like
I'd
that,
really like to hear about
we'd
it.
like to hear from you. You can it's always a little bit easier to hit me and Aaron directly on our own Facebook pages. But if you do reach out to the Aaron and Austin Show Facebook page, I get to that too as well. But it's a little bit easier if you just contact me directly. But the guy at Southeast has been really gracious. We're going to get those posters up and try to get the youth more involved in what we got going on here. Because like he said, like we're the bar community. Like we've exhausted that. And that's really not what this place is for. Like we love having a drink. We love going out to shows. But for the most part, we're trying to build something here for the kids in the sober community and the art community.
I'm getting support from my friends. Don't get me wrong. Okay?
Yeah, we are. And we love all the
but,
support from y'all guys. And we don't want to make it seem like that at all.
Yeah.
But we are needing the youth. And if you guys have
Right, it's
suggestions,
all of it. It's not just one or the other. It's everything. Yeah. We want the support we want to help everyone.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and I feel that's kind of the mission of what Muse is about and kind of what Wichita Festival for the Arts is about. You know, is just let's spread that mission of inclusive
Right.
artistic expression, right?
And that's what's always been great about art too.
Yeah.
Total community.
Exactly.
So tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing, Wichita Festival of the Arts.
Yeah, get us into this.
Okay. Well, and it's funny you mentioned that too, making it about all inclusive, because what we kind of look at is community standards, which is just kind of a catch-all. But that way there's something for the kids all the time, because kids bring the parents out, and those kids, rather than find a babysitter while you go do something, bring them along.
Always better.
So, always better. Yeah.
Always better when you can have any venue, anything that you don't have to pawn your kids off to go to.
Well, now it's family.
Yeah, now we're all doing this together. And now we're promoting kids. What we want to see them do is pick up a paintbrush or pick up a whatever.
Well, that's why we all work so
guitar.
good, is because it's all the same.
Yeah, we found out a long time
same
ago
ideals.
that, from what the experts say, is that you get kids involved in music and performance and art, keeps them off the street, and, for doing things that kids will ordinarily do. This gives them an outlet and show them that there's a future in arts and entertainment, and
It can be.
It can
certainly
be,
can be. Yeah.
And it works,
I mean, honestly, growing up as a sports kid, I think that there's more of a future in arts and entertainment than there is in sports. than there is in sports.
I did both. I did all the wrong shit and arts and entertainment. I
Nice.
did both, I think.
Nice.
I'm an overachiever. Always have been. So.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna look at both, because the way I calculate it is you got teens, then preteens. And they're going to be entertained a little different, preteens.
Yeah, of course.
Than
Lord
the other
have
ones.
mercy.
Well, especially if they're girls.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Especially if they're girl
I have
preteen.
both.
Oh, yeah,
Good Lord.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, so we figured that that's one of the best ways to get the community involved, because just like what you guys are doing with one aspect of arts and entertainment, we're throwing everything at the wall too and see what people gravitate to.
Yeah.
What do y'all want to do?
The Wichita community is really fickle.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah, and they don't tell you what they want either.
no, they don't tell you, but they will.
They'll bitch though.
Yeah, they will bitch, man.
Bitchitons.
The bitches. Yeah.
And you always wonder, like, if the more the bitches you get, probably the more you probably
I
did
would say
okay.
which of titties, but I'm not seeing any titties.
Yeah. Well,
lately, so.
and we're at
Bitchitons was
that
great.
time, everything's digital now. You could stay at home. There's games. There's all the distractions. And that's one of the things we're trying to change too, at least for a little while. Get out of the house, come out to the real world.
So,
God, I wish
I'm
I-
adopting my son, and he comes out. He played with your kid over the Art and Soul
Oh
Fest.
yeah, we had a good time that day.
I saw him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so
And,
cool. Yeah. That's
Our
so
kids were
awesome.
champions. They hung out all fucking day long.
Oh, dude, he's hardcore. But he's also never had a problem being social with other kids. You know what I mean? You bring him into a room with other kids. He kind of walks in there with his shoulders back, like, "Hey, everybody, I'm the shit, and you guys all need to pay tribute." And
That's so great.
but
I love that.
But he's very social. You know what I mean? I worried about the video games and stuff, kind of taking him out of the real world a little bit. But he's super social.
You just got to give them everything,
It's
because
cool.
you can't make your kids you can't deny them screens either, because their life is going to be.
It's going to be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a constant.
You're those people. You got to find a healthy. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to raise their fucking kids. Do whatever you
Yeah.
want.
Well, like I say, it's a happy medium
You do
because
both.
It really is.
Yeah,
there's
'cause-
digital art, there's coding if
Yeah.
you're making games.
Right.
I mean,
And-
it's an industry.
Right.
Yeah.
Because my daughter she's an animator. Like that's what she
Oh, that's
wants to do
badass.
for a living.
Oh, that's really
And
cool.
she's
Right.
really fucking good at it. Like she makes voiceovers. She wants to be a voice artist. She
Oh,
does
that's badass.
animations.
That's awesome.
Like
Yeah.
she's amazing. And that's her passion. So it's like
You can literally go to college.
right. Like they're
Yeah.
sending her college letters
You can,
already.
man.
And
You really
she's a
can.
sophomore. It's like
Well,
you gotta know when to, because my other kids know that ain't good for them. 'Cause
Right.
they're not leading in that direction. You know
Right,
what I
right.
mean? Like my daughter is leading in the direction for a career. My other kids are
they'll figure it out.
leading in something else.
Right.
Like,
Well, and that's
and
why
they'll figure that out, but it's not that.
yeah, I kind of feel like I bring something to the table because I'm old as dirt. I started with cave painting, but the idea is what I do is I look back in the past, which, people of certain age groups can't do that. And so I said, well, what all did we do in the 60s and 70s as kids? That was pretty cool. And how did it form a lot of people? So I always look back because I always say whatever's been done, it's already been done. And that's why everything's retro, because it was super cool. And so if we start looking at that again, I think it's a good model to go for. What did we do, as far as the drawing and the creative classes and working with teachers, everything, and that's what I try to bring back to the festival.
And I do feel like that has come a little bit of full circle. Like there is a lot more openness to being an artist as a kid, like, and being in band and being in that stuff as a kid. I feel like in this day and age,
Mhm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
at least 20 years
Yeah,
ago when I was in high
absolutely.
school, like it was taboo to want to do that.
Right.
shit.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, and I
Yeah.
was kind of interested in it, but
My
I was
son was-
shooed away from it.
My
From-
son was excited as shit to be playing the trumpet. Like, I never played the trumpet. Bro, that's cool as fuck. Like, fucking awesome. And, like, back in the day, it would have been like, you play the trumpet
right?
with other kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
You
nobody
need a drummer in your
gives,
house.
well, nobody gives
I'll
anybody
hook you
shit
up.
anymore for stuff like that because it's a new age and we're, exactly what you said. It's,
Things are a little more accepted. I like that.
Right,
I like
exactly.
I do
Well, we're
love
exposed to everything early on.
Well, and
Yeah, for
and
sure.
and we're in the age if like you're a dick, everybody finds out.
Yeah.
Like
There
if
it
you
is.
if like
Right,
you used
if
to be
you're
able to pick
a
on
fucking asshole,
well, you used to be able to pick on kids like back in the day, and nobody fucking knew you were
and
an
now
asshole.
you're a,
Right.
yeah.
Like they didn't.
There was no media.
Nobody was
Right.
reporting it, other than just one of your friends saying this kid was an asshole. Nobody fucking.
Oh, I still would have found out though. If my kids came to me back then, I still would have found out.
Yeah,
It would have been no thing. Like
Yeah,
I'd
you would've,
still
but
be
it's
the
not-
same mom I am today. Like
My kid tells
I'm
me,
gonna
man.
find out
My kid tells me
all your shit.
He come home the other day and he's like, my hand hurts. And I'm like, why's your hand hurt? And he goes, "Cause I hit this kid in the face like 3 times real hard." And I was like, oh.
Oh, it was the
That's
reason
why.
though.
All right.
Let's hear the reason
Yeah,
though.
now let's go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well the kid started it, but
Okay.
my
Well,
kid,
he
Done.
finished
That's
it?
all I need to hear.
my
Yep.
kid's a finisher.
Right.
That's what he does.
Exactly. And that's what I tell my kids.
Well, they don't know.
I
what,
will back
they don't know
you
what they're
up.
messing with.
Right.
I'll throw-
I will back you up 100%.
I'll throw in a little nostalgia. When I went to school, there was no, here in Kansas, they have truant officers.
Yep.
You heard of those?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of fences around us. When I went to school, they didn't give 2 shits
No, fuck
whether
no,
you
they
were there.
Then they have to feed your ass.
Right. So, yeah, that's right. And, everybody smoked outside as long as you're off campus. They didn't care. So I was thinking,
Oh,
what
they
was,
did care.
I know it was a different
No.
environment, different world, different time and everything. But really, what was the main difference? Well, I think really the main difference was that everybody knew this was your opportunity to excel, and you didn't piss it off. So you didn't want to show up. You didn't want to go to school. That's up to you,
Yeah, it's on you.
See you in the welfare line.
Yeah, or I hope you got a good fucking idea.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people that make it without school, but like you're right. Like they just let you fuck off if you didn't want. It's kind of like they had the old school tendency. It was kind of like how they do college these days. You pay for the classes, you don't
Yep,
fucking
right.
come.
Exactly.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
You got your
Well,
cash.
Yeah.
Good
No,
luck with
not
that.
my deal. Not
Yeah,
my problem.
Not my problem. You're here, if you're here to learn it, I'm here to teach it. But if you ain't, I ain't chasing your ass down for
Yeah.
this.
Yep, exactly.
So tell us more about the Wichita Festival of the Arts. Tell us
What are we doing this year?
What is
You coming to
when
Muse
did
this
it
year?
start? Give us the whole. What is this all about?
Okay.
Give us the whole rundown on the whole.
It's changed names a couple times. When I first came to Kansas, I'm from San Diego. But when I first came to Kansas, there wasn't an art collective or like a guild or a union. And there was no real festivals of any kind. So I bought some property out east and I thought this would be cool to have a community. I was still thinking hippie days back then.
What year is this? You're talking?
This would have been the late 90s by this time.
Okay.
And it's out near Fredonia.
Okay.
And so we could live there, work there, play there.
So you guys were building like a hippie commune.
It was, but what was cool about it, it was just right off Kellogg before you get to Fredonia in the Flint Hills.
I've drove to Missouri many times by Fredonia.
I got property right up Barber Road.
Really? Well, this was an old.
He's
might
going
know
weed
what
out there.
This,
Don't go by there.
This place is. It was an old. It was an old resort community that they built like in the 70s, and then the money went out, so there was already a pool there, a rec room, and stuff, and all the lots were already divided. So I thought, this would be cool, But then I didn't realize how Kansas was. People didn't really want to travel very far, just to go see art and stuff. Yeah. Everything. So,
Still like that? That's pretty funny.
I hit fast forward. And so around 2000, we were starting to put together our first festival, which was called ASG, Artist Support Group. And I think you remember that, you guys are. And the idea there was, that was kind of our first collective where artists can help out of all disciplines, could help out each other for resources and everything. And then it was like 2017, we said, why don't we have a festival? I mean, why don't we actually have a place to go?
Yeah.
And
Something we do.
something we could do and stuff. But my ethos was always, I wanted it free because I was all about free. That's what I was used to. And then I thought, well, crap, how in the hell do you do this? So I got a whole bunch of other artists together, and that was our first board of directors. And we said,
2017, you said?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And it was at the opposite school of this one over in George Washington,
Oh,
the
yeah.
other-
Logan's.
The other metro?
the other metro.
Logan's
Yeah.
school.
And so we realized that, to do this, A, it had to be a community event. B, we had to raise the money, which is tough.
A lot. Yeah.
Really
Sorry.
tough.
Pocket is to kind of get people, hey, can you just give us free money?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's why,
Can you help this shit out?
Yeah, can you sponsor it?
Nice.
With all those millions of dollars you make, could you give us
Yeah.
a piece?
Like,
No? Okay.
We all have cool shit going on. Just we need help.
Well, and that's
for real. Like,
we need
it's all for the
big
better
sponsors to
cause.
get involved.
Yeah, that's-
continue on what you're talking about.
that's what really stunned us was that, okay, we did it under community event, followed all the rules. And most of these that I copied this after other events around the country, arts and culture division of a city usually picked it up.
Yeah.
And then we did the legwork, but they funded it and promoted it and everything. Not here. Not here at all. And it was like,
Oh, not at all. In fact,
it's the opposite. It's the opposite.
it was
here.
very disappointing.
They're going to charge you for licenses and permits that you need to run these things, and by the time you get into it, you're $500 down.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, you almost need a sponsor to cover just the bullshit.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
It's your bullshit
and
sponsor.
very arrogant. Like,
How did you get a fucking mic?
I told him not to put one in there. I knew
there he
did.
goes. Where are you at?
Oh my god! I thought we handled this.
Right? He's like,
Yeah.
I hear you over there.
No.
somewhere.
This is the funny part: is that this is usually his mic.
We stole it from him.
We stole it from him, and so the
that's-
fact that he set another one up, I'm like,
Sorry, John.
damn it.
It's the sound guy.
It was
Sorry,
against our,
John.
it was
I'm
against
always
our
gonna have
professional
him.
recommendation. That's for sure.
But I've learned
Bad
that you cannot
taxidermy.
tell the sound guy he can't have a mic. He
It
has a
doesn't
fucking
work. He
sound
did
guy.
set up all
Never
these
told the
mics.
sound guy.
You know what I mean?
So he sets
Yeah,
up a
yeah.
mic like this, and you don't even know it.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's literally what happened.
Maniacal laugh in the background.
Damn it, they're finding me out.
Dude,
We can't get a theme song, but if you need a fucking mic back there,
Yeah.
I bet his mic's working fucking perfect.
Hey, as far as the theme
It's
song,
like,
I'm waiting for Aaron.
His mic works great, but is it a podcast or is it a show? We'll get back to you at the end.
Check this out. Jonathan, roll the theme song in 5, 4,
Oh, he's got it.
3,
It's ready now.
2, 1. Can't do it.
Can't do it.
See,
Bong.
yeah, can't do it. No.
Hey, but the mic's
I was
working.
really hoping for
We started
that.
with that.
I was on the fence. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Hoping that he would make it happen.
I didn't
I was-
know what, but I
I was
didn't know what was
secretly
going to
rooting
happen.
for him.
I was like, is it
got
going to
it
happen?
up.
Get
It's just not
jig.
playing out the output. I don't know why.
It's good. It's good. Well, it's
He wants to sing it.
Fail.
I know.
That's what it is.
Well, he's gonna have to
should've
play
just
all the
sang it.
instruments and sing it.
Well, I think
You should have fucking
I think
sang
the
it.
podcast theme song knows it's on the way out and said,
I
"Fuck
think
you
so.
guys."
I think he's fighting it.
Fit.
It was like, "Fuck you
think he's
guys! I'm
fighting
not
it.
playing this week since you're getting rid of me."
Yeah, my last week, I'm out. My last day of school.
Yeah, fuck it.
Lucky
just
for
throw
us, I
the.
can just do it in post.
So anyway, we're at
I didn't mean to
we're at
derail us. I'm
2017.
Yeah, so we had the first festival, we had to raise the money. And we knew the city wasn't going to be behind, the official arts and culture division wasn't going to be behind us. And we knew we were going to have to do this as artists. And so that's kind of how it got started. And I think it was 2020 was our first festival. We changed the name.
What was it originally?
Artist Support Group,
Artist Support.
ASG Festival.
Oh, this is better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wichita
I think so.
Festival of the Arts.
Yeah,
way
we
better.
think so.
Definitely better.
And so,
Wafoda.
WFOTA. Yeah, exactly.
W photo. I honestly still get confused.
Wafoda.
Whenever he says, I'm still like, you mean Wichita Festival of the Arts? Like a fucking dork. Like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's a long name.
like
Wafoda.
With subtitles, too.
I'm still getting
Hashtag Wafoda.
Wafoda.
Let's
Let's hashtag that.
let's make it fucking viral.
Oh, we got hand signs. Wafoda.
Wafoda.
Dude, you're gonna get a shot.
Wafoda.
So, and then what I did, I merged with what they call, the city calls it a public-private partnership. So I did that with Wichita Park and Rec.
Oh, nice.
And so they kind of helped us, gave us Riverside all to ourselves.
Nice.
And
That was such a
Riverside
good.
Park.
Those were
that's
very
Riverside
nice.
Park
Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
big
Right.
place.
But they had-
It's
you had
by
to run.
the wildlife exhibit.
Oh, right there by
Yeah.
the zoo.
Yeah, I guess they
by
call
the
it-
fountains and shit.
Yep. They call it the South.
Yeah, south. That's
Riverside.
south end. Yeah,
Yeah.
because then you have North Villa. Then even Oak Park is even
Right.
where the disc golf park is part of Riverside Park.
Right.
It's a big fucking place.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but there's the only one with the big enough parking lot.
Yeah,
So-
for sure.
And so I don't know, 3-4 events there or something like that.
5, I think.
5 events. But
Yeah.
Nice.
we started looking at it about the second event saying, something's missing here, And so what we decided to do was start bringing entertainers, more musicians,
Elephants.
elephants. Well, we got the zoo. We got the zoo.
Bro,
So-
you know a giraffe? Because we need one. We need giraffes.
Well, they always said we were the white
Bring
elephant
it.
in the room. So, but anyhow, and then not only that, but in this day and age, it's cosplayers and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, yeah.
We invited kings and queens, drag kings and queens, everybody.
Oh yeah.
Nobody,
Aaron
nobody
was
was
there with
Yeah.
our event for
We did a
the
fundraiser for
Wichita
this
Fusion.
at
Yes.
XY.
Right.
Yeah.
yes,
Right.
that was a really
yeah.
great turnout. That was really good.
And-
Yeah, that was great. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
evolving. It's evolving.
and we have our own logo. If I got time,
Yeah, you got plenty of time.
So it's in the shot. Sorry, my mic was in the shot.
So we come up with a logo.
Why don't you just?
I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's
how you kiss it.
it's
I
a
do.
front-on view
I do.
of
We get
Wichita
intimate
or
with it.
Kokopelli.
It's
Oh,
real
nice,
weird.
nice.
And so
Thanks.
my grandfather's
I
Hopi,
like it.
so I'm
Boy,
quarter Hopi.
I've heard the sound.
So you get the
You don't
Kokopelli
do it.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Way
the only
better
difference
if you
between
close it to-
Kokopelli and
That's gross.
Oh my
Wichipelli
God, there's two
was-
conversations at once.
Yes.
sorry.
Sorry about that.
He's fucking weird with his mustache hugging all over the mic.
This is my mic. It's not yours. I can do what I want with it.
I know I don't want to touch it.
Back
You
to
don't
You know,
This is
the,
weird
the funny thing
cacophony
is,
where-
first time we had these, I was pushing that in his face, and he was like, "Oh no, gross.
Nasty.
Yeah.
And now,
And now he's all like,
he's all trying to deep throat and shit.
Don't put
Yeah.
words in my
He's
mouth.
like, just
I
let
have a
me.
soundbite.
"You might not have said it, but you thought it."
No, I didn't. Well, as you were doing this to the mic with me,
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing.
Getting too serious. We need a dick sucking joke.
Right, exactly.
That's how it
Christ.
That's how it happened.
Like,
Yeah, here we
it's
go.
bad.
That's how it happened in the Dusty Grant episode.
Well, guys, while you were doing your own thing,
Can we go back to the
we
real
were
conversation?
yeah,
I'm sorry.
we were talking about there's a
That's his
Kokopelli reference. There was like some stuff. So let's
Back
let's
it up,
backtrack a
back it
little
up,
bit
please.
here.
Rewind.
Yeah.
I'm hard to hear. I'm hard to hear.
Wichita, yes.
That was pretty good backup shit.
And back up with the Wichipelli.
Which
And it's what I did was take my grandfather, who's Hopi or was Hopi, always drew Kokopelli. So I said, well, we'll have this as our theme for two reasons. One, the way I draw Wichipelli, we call it Wichipelli rather than Kokopelli, is only frontal view. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
it looks a little Rastafari in a way.
Well, I
But
got
the idea was that what made me upset in this town was that they overdid Keeper of the Plains. It was everywhere, and so I spoke out publicly. I said, you all are artists and you're supposed to be creative. Why do we have to use that image over and over again? Let's come up with something new that still is indigenous, to the native culture and everything else. So we come up with that. And we've had that for 4 or 5 years. So after this event, we're going to create a new one. So we'll probably have a contest.
wow, nice.
So who are you reaching out to the contest for that? Just the local
It'll just
artists?
be an open call.
Anybody who wants to
Anybody,
submit.
kids, anything.
Definitely.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, when that comes around, definitely give that to us. We'll love to promote that. And
Okay.
Get that out in the open.
Yeah, something that represents.
That's when you open like cool shit like that to the public. You never know what you're going to get back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You get some
exactly.
You get some crazy cool shit back.
Yeah.
And that way, there again, it's not about Stephanie, me, or our board of directors. It's about the community again. That's
It's supposed to be about the community.
Exactly.
I mean,
Right.
It's
That's
always
why we
about
all
the
do this
community.
shit.
Right.
I mean, that's why
Right.
everybody gets together for this stuff.
Right.
So,
And,
did you put on your first festival that year in 2017? That was the first time you did it.
it by the
I
time.
remember we got into a side conversation when you were talking about bringing in other artists.
Right.
Is that how it go? How does it go now? Like, what do we expect when we're coming to the Wichita Festival of the Arts this
Okay.
year?
What happened this year after the spring event, which was in April, Park and Rec put the kibosh on it.
So that was your last event with them involved.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, caught us off guard completely. We had it planned. Oh, this was going to be off the hook. We were
Right.
going to take both sides of the park and everything.
And so that dropped some funding. That dropped.
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
What happened at the bottom of it? Yeah, that sucks.
I really don't want to. I have a conspiracy. Who
Well,
was behind it?
Don't get him started.
Get
It's
started.
a whole nother thing.
Well,
You give us the short version, but we'd love to hear it. I ain't gonna lie.
Anybody who's an impresario in this business, setting up venues stuff, knows that you got competition. And if the competition is up the food chain a little higher than you,
You can get eaten.
yeah, exactly.
100%.
Yeah. And
Likely will.
because we're free and they charge,
and the city of Wichita doesn't like that.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
Free?
The free or the charge?
they don't like free.
They don't want the free.
But Parks and Rec should
They don't
be
like free,
I mean,
and
I
they-
used to work for Parks and Rec, and they did privatize that division of the city maintenance. But
yeah.
that Parks and Rec is supposed to be a service to the community. So like being in touch with you guys is a perfect place for you, really.
Well, there again, I think when somebody in position needs to sit down with them and explain to them it's not just about one particular park or another, you know. In the metro and the extended metro, we have other parks that, you know, need some love and attention. They need some love. It doesn't need to all go to Stryker Field.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, dude, they spend so much money on that.
what was the budget on that thing?
Well, the thing is,
58 million?
that place brings. Well, that place
a
brings.
year.
It is, yeah, it's something like that. But because I used to, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I cut grass for the city before I got hired on with the water department. And the Stryker Field brings in money, so they spend money on it.
Right.
And like you'll see, you know, McAdams Park not getting mowed for a month.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
Linwood Park.
Or the contractors not get paid.
Or the-
Right.
Well, they've almost, well, ever since the city, I mean, I still am butthurt about is they privatized the maintenance of the parks from the city. They took it away from the city maintenance, and the parks have done nothing but suffer since.
Yep.
The city took care of it better, and it was, and you just had to eat that fucking cost. It's the park. It's our fucking parks.
No, and we've tried to do things to better that, and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
It didn't work out because we didn't have the right people on our side. Like they said they were on our side, but they weren't.
Well, the problem is the top of the food chain at the city. It comes from privatizing.
Right, and it was more
like-
of a show horse type fucking thing, and they got theirs, and we just
Money always talks.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
doing a free
and
event
that's
and,
so
and doing what I'm
unfortunate.
trying to do here, there's just not a lot of money. in it.
Right,
Right.
it's so
not.
unfortunate. Like
That's what the deal is.
whenever
It's like,
you need to clean up a community, like there should be
there isn't profit in it.
right.
Okay, it costs money
Well,
to
and that's
clean
what
up
we're
a
doing.
community.
We're just
it
here
costs money.
like
Like
Right.
I mean,
That's
we're
what it
gonna do
is.
it regardless.
And it would
Like,
we are
be
going to do
different
it
too.
regardless.
Exactly.
That's-
We are going to
yeah.
do it regardless.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
as hard as those hills are to climb, we'll still be here climbing.
Yeah.
Right,
And-
exactly.
and Wichita's
that's what
never-
we are all about.
That's what
all
we're
of
all-
us.
that's
and
what we're
that's
all about.
why we
That's why we need to come
hooked
together.
up with you guys
Yeah.
because
Right.
you have the same everything is all of this is we're all on the same page.
Right, because
All
Wichita
of
has never been, at least, you know, at least back to my generation, never been an arts and entertainment town. This is an industrial town.
You're right. It is.
Okay,
It's a
so,
business town.
But prior,
It's gotten
you know,
kind
way
of
back
crazy
in the past, it
recently.
was.
Now
We had some
now,
of the biggest
but-
boxing events held in Wichita were here.
Yeah, but with Dave Rickles and them guys bringing
There was-
DBK in
At the
Nico,
Forum.
and Nico Hernandez.
We have a really cool history here,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
but we've evolved so far past that. I'd love to see it come back, and I guess that's why we do
Right.
we do what we do. But
For us to
to get
accomplish
the
it.
community support, that's the hard part.
That-
is the community
that is
doesn't
really
really
the hard-
fucking get it,
Right.
man.
Well,
yeah.
they have, because the community has been beaten down for so long.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh man,
You know, when I first came here, I'd only been here like a year, was the Herman Hill riots. You know, the first outdoor event for music, Manila Road play. Or was it Manila Road? Or
Manila Road.
Okay,
Yeah.
was here. And so I thought,
Mark Shelton.
yeah. And,
I mean, that park they had to put a police station in that park after all the shit.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah.
yeah, I
Still
mean,
there.
Yeah.
and so, like I say, that so it's always been viewed ultra conservative. Okay, that's number one. So, in other words, if the kids are out having fun or out late at night, because they rolled up the sidewalks at 6 o'clock, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you just weren't really
No, yeah.
allowed to have fun. Dragon Douglas was ceased, that kind of stuff. So, in other words, for us to succeed, we've got to be a real grassroots effort. You know, it's gonna take us. And then if people demand that we continue to do what we do, well, votes count. And
Yeah.
that's where the power lies. you know.
But who's running? Sometimes I feel like votes matter, but who's running? You know,
Well-
like if you're running for president by
That is
now,
part of it.
like I kind of go, you've already been bought and sold about a dozen times.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
Well,
if
that's
you're
why
running
your
for
local-
president,
that's why
like
your local
successfully,
elections count.
Right.
local elections are
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah, fuck who the
Local
president
elections
is.
for us are
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah, your
And
mayor, your
everybody.
senator, your
Yeah.
governor.
Every
those
major
fucking-
change that's ever been
Well, the thing
changed
is,
in
if
America
everybody would take
started
that,
local.
if everybody
Yes,
would take that
Jesus.
under account and vote locally for the right things, then those problems get fixed upwards. Because
Right.
you vote these good people into office, they go up. It does work that way.
Yeah.
Like
We
so-
hope so, you know, but like then you see the guy on 2020
You think
talking.
so?
Yeah, I saw a guy on like 2020 talking about how, yeah, basically I'm hired to make political campaigns. And what I do is I try to take the opponent into the egregious points of their party, you know, like, oh, they're a Democrat. So, they believe this. Oh, and we just make a big commercial about that. Or, oh, they're Republicans. So, oh, they believe this. And, whoa.
Those anti-ads are
ridiculous. Well, they're stupid, but they're so effective against small-minded people.
And those people vote.
And those are the voters, man. So many of us gave up on it a long time ago.
Well, that's the
and
thing
I'm really trying to
giving
get
up.
back into it in my
personal life.
Well, yeah. Well, I am. But early on, I was just like, no.
Well, you have to
Fuck
remember
this
too,
whole-
in Wichita, all the key positions you don't vote on. Okay, the city manager is not a voted position.
As an appointed position.
It's appointed. The chief of police should be elected position. No.
It should be.
Yeah.
Goddamn,
And so,
please.
and so you got, and then you have a lot of, well, I don't want to get into the whole political side of it. I'm not a politician.
I hate politics.
But yeah, I remember that from the show.
I
Show
don't
number
like
3.
any of the dusty fucks in the office, period.
Yeah.
I'm just putting
Oh,
that
we'll
out
clip-
there.
we'll
So
clip the
duly
fuck.
noted, please put that down.
We'll clip it for you.
So to finish with
Soundbite.
what
Sorry,
you asked
fuck
me,
them all. Just saying.
Not all. I mean, the ones that you're thinking of are correct though. There's small.
The
guys
higher
that-
government.
There's small. I think personally,
The higher
though, one of the
ones.
oldest politicians in the world right now is the best one. Bernie Sanders is one of the best politicians there is running around.
He's got his own issues, but
Yeah, not really.
he's all right.
He's definitely got some.
I like his
I mean, he's a
ideals,
sweet
but
grandpa.
Not free.
He's
really.
the sweetest
You have to really
grandpa.
look into his politics.
He's the
But we don't have to.
Yeah.
yeah, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it.
We're not going to go down this road.
William, what were you about to say, buddy?
Okay.
Oh,
All
the
right.
dusties.
And we need
I
to-
don't do
Back
the
to our
dusties.
regular
And
schedule program.
we still need to know what people need to expect.
To our
Right.
That's what we're.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
do people
no.
to expect
Yeah.
when they come to the
Yeah.
arts?
Okay. Well,
Wichita Festival
I'll just
shows.
preface that real quick.
Yeah.
Was that luckily I was introduced to you guys at Muse Meridian, and because we lost our gig, and we were scrambling. You know, we went from over 100 attendees as far as vendors go, down to, we're limited. We can't do that many here. So the space, everything's different. It's a whole different deal to set up. So, Stephanie stepped in. She was appointed as the event coordinator and the director.
Thanks for doing that, Stephanie.
Oh,
It's always great.
I mean,
it's
I'm
always
just
great
like-
when people step up.
shit.
Yes.
I'm just like,
You'll figure it out.
Thanks for having me.
You'll figure it out.
And so,
right? Yeah. Here I go.
That's how it goes.
I pushed her right to
Yeah.
the cliff and said, good luck.
No, he did. He was like,
So she's there.
Yeah, so she's here, and so the whole idea now is that we're revamping everything what we're doing. We have to retool because we were on a road and that got changed. So our first event here, we thought, well, let's how can we knock this one out of the park, bring the kids involved, have super fun. And the time of year, we decided to have our event on this next Saturday at the 29th, which the theme is Mardi Gras meets Halloween.
Yeah.
And
It
if
ought
you-
to be rad.
If you
Yeah,
come in
I like
costume,
that
you get
idea.
beads. That's the Mardi Gras type thing. We're going to be playing fun Halloween songs and throwing a little bit of Mardi Gras type music.
Nice.
And of course, there'll be music here inside. We'll have artists inside, artists outside.
trick or treating.
Trick or treating is
Do
And
the
this
vendors.
is a free show.
it's a free
Yes.
show. Yeah.
Free show. So bring
Trick
your
or
kids
treat
out.
the
Run
vendors
while you're out and about, run
Yeah.
your kids by. Put them in costume.
Yeah.
You pay so much
Yeah.
for those costumes.
And that's from
Throw 'em
noon to
in the-
6
Yeah.
on the
Put 'em
29th.
everywhere.
Noon to 6 on the 29th.
On the 29th. Yeah.
Here at Muse Meridian.
At
Here
Muse
at
Meridian.
Metro Meridian. Here at Maple
301
Meridian.
South Meridian.
Yeah, 301 South Meridian. Get down here with your kids. I mean, what else you got to do? You got multiple days. You got to put those
Oh,
those
and
kids in things.
Tallgrass.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right.
Tallgrass
Oh,
is coming in.
Tallgrass is going to be in the auditorium.
Guys,
What?
I built
I am
you.
so excited
what's
for
up? Tell
that.
me.
I built you a screen.
I know.
awesome.
The
Oh,
screen is.
tell
we-
me.
we,
Let's educate us, guys.
It is locally filmed and produced horror movies. So it's all
Holy shit.
local.
Oh, yeah.
Locally
Yeah.
produced horror
Sounds cool.
movies.
I love it.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a local producer?
And
I
are
mean,
you
that's
in any
kind
of
of
those?
amazing.
Are you in any of those? Oh, man. You'd be so
would,
good.
Me and
It
Ian
would
would
be
gladly be in your horror movie if you want us in.
Anytime. Next year,
immediately.
next year, let's go.
Listen, we
I'm
would
in.
totally be in it.
Call me up.
Yeah,
Dude,
you can,
right?
you can kill us. You
Yeah,
can kill
I'm
us.
in.
the guy getting gutted.
Yeah, you can
Right.
kill us in your fucking movie.
I
where
would
you
be the
don't care.
killer.
Yeah, you can kill us. We don't give a fuck. We're totally
I'll just pretend to be Beavis and start murdering people.
So what? So how was that involved?
Cornholio.
With this experience?
So Tallgrass is gonna show some films.
Right. Tallgrass will be
at the
here,
event.
and we'll be showing the horror movies
And that'll be in the auditorium.
in the
here?
auditorium. Yeah,
Great.
and you
Great.
guys built a fantastic stage or a screen.
I got a silver screen.
Yeah,
Yes.
silver
I know,
screen.
I
It's
did
actually
every-
a real
it was
silver
tough on
screen.
my back to
Yeah.
put that up. I didn't help at all.
Yeah, he did not.
That's such a cool.
So I mean,
Stuff
you
on
know,
my back. I'm
so
still hurting.
if you think about it, the entertainment part of it with the theme, the music playing, the movies, art inside, outside, we'll have food trucks here. We'll have food vendors here.
Mhm.
And
We're
you're gonna
gonna-
have like vendors, like art vendors, as
Art
well, too.
vendors and performers will be
Art
here. you're
vendors
right.
and
Of course.
yeah, and
Set it all up. Are we gonna have the studio open that day?
Yeah, we should have the studio.
Let's
open.
have the studio open that day.
No, probably
Yeah.
because
I'll be
the
around
weather.
that day.
I'll sit in here and fuck
Yeah.
around that
Yeah.
day.
I can hang out.
And say it again. What day is that? The 29th?
9.
29.
29th.
So that's next Friday?
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday.
Noon,
All right.
noon to 6.
Noon to 6. 2 days.
Right.
What's Halloween on Monday?
Monday.
This
Well,
week?
and
Yeah.
by the time this comes out, that should be like this weekend, right?
Yeah, this coming weekend. Yeah. So
coming
this
weekend.
will come out next Thursday. So it'll give you 2 days of promotion at least.
Right.
So
So and where else can you go?
Nice.
Yeah, 2 days. That'll be like 15 people will see that.
yeah.
I
Well,
mean-
we could we definitely can make clips though right away.
Oh yeah.
That's
Have
the
a
best
have
part.
a spooky theme song.
That's right.
Yeah, the clips are the easiest. I mean, you can always get there faster than the week of the show. Shit going on. You can do clips there real quick.
Nice.
And
So
then
it's Mardi Gras meets Halloween. I like it.
yeah,
Mardi Gras Halloween is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a great vibe.
Yeah.
The whole New Orleans Halloween thing's pretty badass anyway.
Yeah.
yeah. And I just thought it was a perfect combination to do the two. It just seemed natural.
Yeah.
And of course Monday. So the vendors will have candy. I think we said that already.
Yeah.
And just
We
and it's
all
free.
love
Get
candy.
If they
in the-
don't, the kids are gonna be like, "The fuck?"
Yeah, I feel like
back here.
okay. So
Oh.
every vendor that's involved
Fixing
in
to
that
get a
have
trick.
have a fucking.
Mm.
I mean, because just to get our video guy here, we have to give him 400 dum suckers
Yeah.
to make it happen.
That's what he
Do you see that over there?
Look at the pile
Yeah,
next.
that's the pile.
That's the
Dum Dum
pile.
suckers.
You
Yeah.
think he's
So we have to
saving
give
them
him-
for later? No, he's ate all of them.
but
The youth,
The top is gone.
the youth operate on sugar candy.
and for the
So make sure you have it there if you're
pre-diabetic children or the ones that can't have candy, what we're recommending to vendors is a little piece of art. I'm giving out comic books.
Nice.
So that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
see,
So is there going to be art going on to like live art? I mean, I don't want to obligate anybody to some shit.
no, I don't think just because of how the traffic will flow that day, we're not going to do any. Am I wrong?
I
'Cause
could, but I don't know if I'm helping out. With
I will
There's
be
just going
live
to be
art.
so much going on already.
So you guys selling your art though? Is there going to be vendors selling their
Yeah,
art?
oh yeah,
there?
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
We-
lots of
We
art.
have
Lots
of art.
32 vendors
Wow.
on this
Oh,
deal.
okay,
So
great. That's
and
awesome.
Excellent.
two rows. So
There's still a few prints I need of Stephanie's.
Got you.
yes, Lord.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. But okay, so then to follow that up, I got with some of your people and you guys and stuff, and I said the holidays are coming up, and they're cutting down a lot of the venues and stuff. Let's keep going. So we are going to have the first Friday right after Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's on the 4th of November.
I'm stoked.
So
Oh,
following
yeah,
that weekend,
this is awesome.
Following that
Yeah.
weekend, so the weekend following this event, following the Wichita Festival of the Arts here at Muse, the following Friday
Mhm.
is going to be what? Lay it on us.
First Friday.
First Friday.
Yeah.
What's going down at that?
Okay.
What are we going to expect if we come out?
We'll
to that?
have live painting. Stephanie will be here. Mike Fallier will be doing live painting.
And that's here too.
That's here. Yep.
Oh, sweet.
In the what we call the gallery of the hallway.
Okay.
And we'll get some music going. We'll have food here. Maybe some other performers. We got one vendor. She'll have her trailer out back. She does chainmail art and stuff.
Chain link?
Beautiful.
Yeah, the missing
Oh,
link.
explain
Yeah.
that.
Or
Who's that?
missing link. Yeah.
She's awesome.
Melissa Shockley.
Yeah.
Okay.
she's
Yeah.
cool.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, Melissa.
Missing Link.
The
She makes
Missing Link.
chainmail.
Oh,
like,
it's
clothing.
wicked cool.
That's
Really?
awesome.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah, she
awesome.
makes a lot of cool
Picking
stuff.
up fistfuls of dice to make chain link dice.
Oh, I'd love to see it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I got to meet this lady.
Yeah,
She
it's
sounds cool as
fantastic.
fuck.
So she'll be here, and then we'll have the live painting and the music. It's really just kind of a mini fest. But what we want to do is all of the first and final Fridays.
That's right.
Because if you go to them now, they're kind of like,
Are they
yeah.
starting to dwindle? Because I remember Final Friday
They
was that on Commerce Street?
Well,
Right,
guys, well,
Yeah.
right next
this
to.
is what I'm going to say about it is it was never really promoted as to what is where.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Nobody really knew
it was
what
on
is
the on the old town Commerce Street from.
But that was only
Interest
one
Bank Arena
location.
all the way down to the end.
There's only one location. Everybody else in town had their own little events going on.
Oh, okay. Really?
And
Okay.
nobody knew about any of it.
Nobody knew
who
about it.
what was
there.
where.
Right. No
Yeah.
synergy, no synchronicity.
It was just, if you're going to do something, do it on this date and just call it that.
And show up and
Oh, okay.
And there was
That's how
no
it
real like.
Oh, okay, that makes a little.
That's how it
Yeah.
seemed. I don't know how that was because I.
Well,
Yeah.
I went to a
Not
couple.
right in there,
I went
but-
to a couple events down on Commerce Street on what were called Final Friday. I thought, and there was a decent amount of people. Like some stuff going on, some vendors, some not. I went like more than a couple times, and you never knew really what you was gonna get.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It kind of got gentrified.
Really?
Artists couldn't live there no more. Shops closed up.
Well, because
You know.
of the arena probably changed things over
Yeah,
there.
yeah, they're trying to make a comeback. But whatever.
Well, you're probably going to make more money off fucking parking there than you are anything else. So
Yeah.
Right.
obviously,
Right.
it's hard to do
Real
it.
dollars.
Yeah, I mean, that's real dollars. coming
That's what
in.
I'm saying, guys. Arts don't make that money, and that's why they don't take us serious.
right.
Right.
You know,
For now.
Well, and it's
for now,
For now. Exactly. That's
now.
what I was going to say.
For
I
now.
mean,
But so we want to
Because
be.
if we keep building on these things,
we
guys,
are building something.
It does work.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
You got to wade through the times where it's you don't get the best turnouts for shit, and you don't get the things you want, and you don't get the city playing along.
Right.
But if you keep wading through that shit, you'd be surprised what comes
Well,
out the other end of it.
We have,
Exactly.
with all of us and stuff, just the brain trust alone is amazing. So that's why we're going to have First and Final Fridays here at Muse forever, as long as we can.
as long
Okay.
as we can.
The go-to place.
Yeah, I think
You
so.
don't even have
Yep.
to think about it. Where
I'm
to
with
go.
you.
And so that's what we're going to continue to do. And like I say, very affordable for the artists and everything else. You really couldn't ask for a better deal with all you're getting as far as entertainment and everything. So it's going to be the go-to
We're a
place.
nonprofit. I'm not trying to make money.
And we're
Yeah.
here,
Really?
and we're
You know,
here for
like-
your art.
Yeah.
We're here to see your
Yeah.
art. If you want to
trying
come
to
out
help
to one of
you.
these shows
Right,
and you
right.
bring your art. That's what we're here for. Learn and meet artists in this town so we can
Right.
build this shit together.
Right. So we're
That
not,
makes it so much
Exactly.
easier.
right. So we're not scattered, and we got, and if you followed Wichita Festival of the Arts over the years, every year, every event we top the next one. We just go off the
That's
hook.
And
that's
what-
how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
hopefully what we're going to do here.
I hope this year we're able to do that, having lost some of that city chutzpah. you know?
Yeah.
I think you keep a free event, you keep it promoted decently, and you get the family and the kids involved. We can make it happen here just as good as we did.
Yeah.
Just
Anywhere
as
else.
we did at the parks.
Yeah. We will make it happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, why stop now?
Right,
I mean,
right.
that just doesn't even make any damn sense at all.
And we'll just keep going. And like I say, we have so many ideas. If it's just like we're like the toy manufacturers at Mattel. We sit around and come up with just ideas, and they come to fruition. And a lot of it, we just look around the country, what's going on in the Midwest, and we say, how can we do it better?
Yeah. I jokingly call this slow coast, because we are slow
That's our
coast.
studio. Slow
If
Coast
it
Studios.
happens on the West Coast, if it happens on the East Coast, it takes about 6 months for it to hit us.
Minimum.
Sometimes it doesn't at all.
Sometimes it doesn't at all. And
It's a wall.
it's no longer cool by the time it hits us. You know
stops
what I
in
mean?
like Colorado and hits the mountains.
Yeah.
And we're like,
Yeah, well, yeah.
we can never know. Okay.
They got indoor plumbing on the West Coast.
But if somebody's trying to find you, how do we find out how to support Wichita Festival of the Arts?
Okay, probably the biggest information page to go to is go to our website. Okay, and it is festivalarts.webador. That's WEBADOR.com.
And we'll put that website on when we post it on Facebook too, since it's kind of a tough one to remember.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
already
tough
writing
It's
one.
a tough one. We'll click it. We'll click it. We'll have it. We'll have it.
Webador.
clickable.
Because it's a free website.
Sounds very Lord of the Rings.
Hey man,
It's got a good ring to it.
I
Webador.
don't want to forget to mention that I saw that your art was put in front of the baseball field.
Yeah.
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 Awesome ass stuff that I saw.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Really cool. And I've seen me and my kids. I grew up and played college baseball and play a lot of baseball, so I catch a couple games at Riverfront Stadium. Is that Riverfront? Is it my right with that? I think?
Okay. Sure.
So I've seen that already, and it was cool to see today. I was like looking through your Facebook page. It's like, holy shit, the guy that coming on there, he's the one that did that. Because my kids have climbed all over it.
Yeah, and a few murals and stuff, but they were on wood on fences, people to upgrade their properties and stuff, and it doesn't last very long. I did the manhole covers in Wichita, by the way. I don't know if anybody
Which
remembers all of them, all the ones in the downtown.
What do you mean by that?
You'd have
The
to,
sewer manholes?
yeah.
The one in the Wichita Skyline
Yep.
on them or whatever.
Yeah, I had Wichita Skyline, the Keeper,
yeah.
anything I
Yeah.
could think of. That
Well, have you ever seen the old ones that we pulled off when sewer took over for the county? That they actually have the Keeper of the Plains on those.
and there's a few of them, the waffle pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what I did on the ones that were from the 30s and 40s, they have a circle. I
Uh-huh.
turned those into records.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's
And-
got the interior circle on top of this. Sorry, I'm geeking out over manholes. I've been this shit for 15 years.
But you know, and
I'm
then-
like, I know too much about manhole covers. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
and so I did those all downtown. I got a grant from the city to do that.
Oh, that's badass.
And,
I wondered who did all those.
That
ones.
that
Down
was
the
me.
alley,
My
down that
back
alley
is
stuff.
still hurting from all that.
Yeah, those things weigh anywhere.
No, I don't lift them up. No, it's just bend it, spray paint. I'm used to doing murals this way, you know.
Oh yeah.
But bending over doing a mural down here, you know.
You should have somebody come
Right.
kill those off for you and make it easier.
And so we had I forget what year it was, but we had the Visit Wichita had like a little tour guide, and it was on there where to go see this manhole cover, and you know, this kind of stuff
well,
like
that's
that.
cool. They should revamp that.
Yeah,
Check that out.
and we just were given permission not too long ago that we can extend that out onto the curbs, the sidewalk, and the street. So you know, you'd have to actually see them. It was like somebody eating an Oreo cookie. You have to go outside the circle to do that.
Yeah,
stuff,
and
you
that's,
know.
I mean, that's public property. They should let you do that.
Yeah, but anyhow, you know,
But that interactive live art in the city is cool. I like when cities get behind that because, like, you can turn like a weird little spout coming out of a building into a funny little picture.
Right.
Exactly.
Anything.
You're like,
yeah.
that shit is cool as fuck.
Electrical
When you get to
boxes.
see- yeah.
William
Artists
A.
have lots
Stofer
to
making
offer,
manholes
so, I
pretty.
mean,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He is. William's making amazing.
and like, but that's just the ideas that we were coming up with, you know, to be more creative, to get more permission for people, because see, that's one of the things we do as activists is that where the city's never thought about it, they don't know who to get permission from. We make it easier, and one of our target things to do this year is to make it easier to be a food vendor.
Yeah.
You know, just like they're doing now.
Hey, explain. What do you mean by that?
Well,
There's a
in
lot of
Kansas, there are so many hoops to go through, and you got to go here, you got to go talk to this person, file a permit over here, do this and stuff. We want to streamline that, you know. So if you wanted to be a non-mobile food vendor, it'll make the cost.
Trying to make the permit process and all that stuff a little bit easier.
Yes.
It's that big of a pain. in the
Yeah,
ass.
like
Right.
be
Yeah.
I wonder who
on a vendor
who can we talk to
basis.
about that? Like who in the government of local Wichita controls that
Well,
fucking
Brandon Whipple will be one. You
Let's
know?
get him on the show.
The mayor will tell us where to go.
Can we get-
Well, I think
Good
what we're
You
doing.
don't think we
Brandon
can get the
Whipple.
mayor?
You know
We
they
can get the
can
mayor,
get
Stephanie.
Jesus.
Yeah.
We got you on the show
I think I can
twice.
Get Brandon.
Oh.
Well,
Yes.
I'll-
I'm gonna
come
try.
with me?
I bet.
We will come. We'll go talk to the mayor, won't we?
Yeah.
Me and Anna get mayor on the
Get
show.
him on the podcast.
well, actually, what we're waiting on.
I'd like to. That'd be cool.
I get the mayor. I'll
Whipple.
fuck it.
I like
Then he doesn't get reelected.
That's it. They
they
call
still
it
have him.
What is it?
I
like
have no
extreme
comment on
puberty?
any of
What
that.
do we say? We'll get
Yeah.
we'll be extreme
Campaign killer
puberty
show.
in the form of fucking campaign.
Suck
It's like
lemons.
you come out here, your career's over.
Yeah, that,
Over.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes with Lacey Cruz.
Oh, we'll just do a compound episode.
Yeah.
Really make it weird.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we were waiting
So
on.
you didn't get reelected.
He's like, yeah, but you can still play guitar. You know, what the hell?
Exactly.
They have a deal, a startup incubator, is the word they use, in the North End, 21st Street. They
Yeah.
just bought it. City paid for it to teach people how to be street vendors up
Oh,
on
cool.
21st Street.
Okay,
So what
they're
we're
trying
waiting-
to streamline this process a little bit. Sounds like.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to do. But we're trying to direct it so that you could be a tent vendor, is what we call them. You know, so that you can come to events and everything, and to make it easier. And
So make that kind of an easy license to get,
Right.
so you can just set up a tent.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So you don't have to go through a bunch of bullshit.
oh yeah, you know, $200 here, $300 here, and
Is
stuff.
that
So
what
what
is-
is a fair price to like make somebody for a permit for that?
Well,
What do you think's
Kansas City, and we could base it off that.
fair? That seems fair
Yeah, they're roughly. I think it's what I just read today. I think $250
for a year.
Yeah.
So and then you have your licenses set up mobile or e-mobile all year long, depending,
Well,
or is it different?
You could be different locations. Mobile is like food trucks.
So there's a little bit different license when it comes into that.
Yeah, that's a whole different deal.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
And-
you're driving around a fucking kitchen.
Right. And the method to our and commercial kitchens too, by the way.
Yeah.
So the method to our madness here, what we're alluding to is what we're going to be doing or planning on to raise money for in the spring. We're going to do lake and bake. So we're taking
Lake and Bake.
lake
I
and
like
bake.
it. It rolls off
I
the
like
tongue
it,
nice.
too.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what
I mean, hashtag
Very
lake and bake.
reminiscent.
Yeah, I like it.
It's like a mini, William, a mini like
It's meaning.
Like a mini Burning Man.
Burning Man.
Oh, I'm in.
Burning
I'm
Man,
in.
Yes.
Right. And because we realized
I've never been to Burning
there's
Man.
another
I
guy.
never
Me
burned-
neither.
I want to burn some shit though. I feel like burning
I mean, I
effigies.
love
seems
fire,
cool.
but
You all familiar with Tribal Roots, Shea West?
Yeah.
Okay.
there it is.
So there's the Element 5 system.
I love what they do.
It'll shake the earth, knock the water
Right.
out of the
Yeah,
lake.
love what they do.
Exactly.
And so he's on one end of it, facing one direction, for the music, and the art vendors will be in another area of the lake. I'm not going to announce the lake just yet. Okay.
Sounds like cool.
But real close to Wichita.
I know.
Real super close. And then on
You know the lake already?
No, not yet. Me and him are working on it.
No.
We're working
You're
on
about
it.
to stumble around it.
No, we're working on it.
and so the whole idea here was that we know that in order to grow, we have to bring in outside people to come spend their money.
Right.
So to do that, we have to take it bigger and better. Okay, can't do it with little festivals. Nobody's
work.
coming out here. So this has a 3-day event. Eventually we want to rival Walnut Valley. To be honest with you, that's our
Whoa.
goals.
I like your fucking shooting from the
I like your gusto.
Right, like
I say put that shit on the whiteboard and we'll make it fucking happen.
Well, hey, so how can we support you?
Well,
How can the people out there support you?
when we announce our benefits and our fundraisers, we appreciate
I mean,
everybody in the
that's-
community.
And
I'll
we
add-
can
I'll
find
add-
you at
I'll add
Wichita
I'll
Festival
add
of
you
the
to our
Arts.
Facebook thread. We have a Facebook thread of guests that were on our show. So
Yeah.
anything that you have coming up, put it in there and we'll.
We got
blast it.
follow up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we follow up.
Yeah.
We keep helping. We don't even help just once.
We're a little bit like that.
Yeah, a little
Gift that
bit.
keeps giving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
keeps giving. If you can stand it.
400
He still has a mic.
No, I know. Dude,
Yeah,
I thought we
it's
turned it off.
crazy.
Did you? I don't know how to turn it. I don't know how to turn
Does he
it
have
off.
a mic?
Well,
He has
no.
a mic.
No, we're
We're
not
talking about John.
Not Ant. I'm talking about John.
John.
Yeah.
I think John, can we get it? Can we get a mic, your mic out here for Ant?
I mean, it's possible, but I'm gonna have to start the
Christ.
recording
Sit in my
over.
place.
I just like it when he just chimes in all of a sudden. I think it's the Lord. or
I know,
something.
right?
Yeah.
So, all right. So here we'll wrap this up. You can even get with. Is this still Organic Publishing Studio of the Creative Design? Still your studio?
Yeah, it still is. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my personal thing.
That's
Yeah.
William's
All right.
personal stuff.
Yeah.
So there's that going on. You got Mo Pigs for Stephanie. Ant can come in here for a second while she's taking a pee.
Guys,
Yeah.
come out October
Later,
29. Let's do this Wichita Festival
And
of the
let's
Arts.
get first and
go.
final Friday. So it's the first and final Friday of every month. We're going to be doing art stuff here.
It got confusing if it's one. It has to be both.
Yeah.
right.
So first and final Friday. I like how that goes together. So, and give us a quick rundown about your guys' spot. We're going to give you some flyers for all this stuff.
And I love
And we
it.
love
What's up?
Ant. Ant's been chilling in the background, hanging out with us.
Still my poofball hat.
Yeah.
Speaking of the mic.
Poofball hat that I got from 1974. Batman. Just
Yeah,
got this.
it's still fits
A 1974
like
Batman.
1974.
It's like a 9-year-old's hat that I just picked up from a lot of toys that I bought.
It's fucking
Super gangster.
I kinda love it.
Yeah, I do
Wanna
too.
pop it.
I do.
And
So
if
you
you
can-
would like that kind of thing, you should
Right.
check out
You
Mopix.
should check out Mo Pigs, guys.
Mo Pigs Collectibles and Custom Paint down at 47th Broadway, 615 East 47th Street, suite number 637. Until it looks like the end of the year when we will be moving to a triple size space.
Are you moving
A
completely?
triple
Yes.
size
You're not getting the space next door anymore?
No,
Okay.
our landlord has decided that it's absolutely ridiculous for us to occupy the other spaces in the building.
Even if you pay
Landlords
for
are
it?
funny like that.
We're having some
I'm not
landlord,
gonna go too
we're
far
having
into
some
that.
landlord issues all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to buy some stripper shoes, the spot that I was trying to buy next to me is covered in stripper shoes.
Well,
I'm not
I need
gonna
man
lie, strippers need
sizes.
shoes too. Do they make them for like big
Yeah.
men?
I need man size stripper shoes.
Let's all go in there together and find out.
Well, so you got
And if they
to.
can't serve us,
We got a
we
new
walk out
space.
in a
I'm
huff.
down.
So Mo Pigs has got a new space coming soon. So look
Very
out-
soon.
look
We'll
out for
start
that.
announcing it like in the next couple of weeks.
Great. You give it to that. We'll still.
That's awesome.
It's
Air
amazing.
Capital Comic Con. Air Capital Comic Con is also the weekend of First Friday. So
How are you involved in that?
That is the 10th anniversary of Air Capital Comic Con, which is the biggest show in Wichita for nerd-related shit.
Century 2?
Century 2, November-ish.
November-ish.
November,
5th and 6th.
some or other.
November-ish.
It's like $12 to get in. Ridiculous amount of vendors, ridiculous amount of everything. It's gonna be-
That's your
it's gonna be
guys'
awesome.
stuff, though, isn't it? I mean,
Yes,
it's,
That's not
Yeah,
our
so-
personal show.
Oh,
no.
okay.
No.
And so, did we get to everything William related? Do we got everything?
Yeah.
Wichita Festival of the Arts.
Yeah, and like
He's
I
got his
said-
own studio.
Guys,
And what is your like? Do you like if people want to come buy and sell your art? Is that possible too? Like,
Yeah, they can just they can contact me. My information is all over that web page,
Okay.
so they can contact me and everything.
And you can find William's webpage right off his Facebook page really easily. I found it really easy today, and it was great to see all of his stuff and get with all the art that he's got going on. So check out both of our guests' places. He's got his own art studio. We got Mopigs with these guys.
Yes, it was.
I appreciate you guys coming on and making this show what it is.
Amazing.
We can't do it without you.
Thank you, Wichita, for tuning
What's
in.
the chance? What's the chance
Thanks,
we get
everybody.
the song? What's
Yes.
the chance we get the song? Not fucking likely.
Theme
Not-
song.
You
Theme
ready?
song.
Are you
Yeah.
ready?
Do it.
Are we
Here it
doing
is.
it?
Here it
5,
is.
4, 3, 2, 1, and
Holy shit! Last time ever.
last
Holy
time you
shit.
hear that motherfucker.